What's going on, everybody? Thank you for listening to Locked In. In this episode, we have our new proud sponsor,
We're
Fit
so
Meals.
excited to have him, guys. Amazing sponsor.
He's a great guy. His name is Demetri. He represents Fit Meals in that business. And this episode, we're talking everything, all the logistics. I think he says demographics with the business as well. So I hope you guys enjoy and eventually get on the meal plan.
I'm hungry already, man.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. So I really hope you guys enjoy.
So let's get it going.
And we're live? All right, let's go around the table here. Let's start with Dave, the Wave, with the fresh Locked In tee.
I like it, guys. Check out that tee.
The producer, Sean from The Cruise, looking tan.
What up?
JT Money works the magic behind the scenes as well. And then, of course, myself, Max Van Auken. And now we have the man of the hour, Demetri from Fit Meals, the founder of Fit Meals, looking swagged out and swole. What's up, bro?
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Dang, the fresh. He comes in the fresh tank top with the cap, all Fit Meals.
That's how you got to do it.
I thought I was looking good, and then he
It's
comes
promotion
in like that. I'm like,
24/7. It's on the grind. He knows it.
Yeah, honestly, I usually only wear my own clothing half the time.
I know. I feel like I'm slacking. I'm like, I'm not wearing anything locked in. I'm just
I know. You're repping polo, man.
always polo.
But I'm
But
repping
it'll go
locked in.
locked in. I'll get the locked in
Okay.
hoodie and just wear that nonstop.
Okay.
Okay, so before, I'm sorry?
There's a new long sleeve, really light hoodie that we have on the site.
On what site, Sean?
The shop.spreadshirt/locked-in or
Wow.
spreadshirt.com/locked-in.
Okay.
It's on there. It's under the men's. You go to men's and long sleeve. It's a really lightweight tri-blend, and it's a long sleeve with a little hoodie.
With the hoodie. So we got the hoodies on
it's
the
like
locked in.
It's like a T-shirt hoodie.
I have the same thing in polo.
Yeah.
So now I can do it locked in.
It's a T-shirt hoodie. We have regular hoodies, things like that, but it's a T-shirt hoodie, and I have a buddy who has one from a different show, and it's soft.
There we go.
Swagged out, but yet you could work out in it kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right,
Life's
I'll get
good.
on it. So before we get started, let me not forget, Demetri, the show's called Locked In. You've been on one time in a live event. You're a two-time champ now. You're in the studio. We have a Locked In, which is at the end of the episode. It's like our bold prediction. I think, well, I'm not going to give away my Locked In for this episode, but a previous Locked In would be the Patriots win the Super Bowl. Taylor, the next big thing, will win her event coming up by KO. It's just a bold prediction.
Okay.
And then also, this is for you, Sean. Find us on Facebook, Locked In with 2 N's, and join the Locked In community to ask Demetri some questions or us, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I nailed that.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah, you were kind of locked in there.
Oh, well, that's the point of it. And also Combat Night, right?
Yes, April 7th.
Yeah,
Look at this.
show the beautiful camera
Look at
that.
this beautiful ticket. But look in the back there. Blasted Fit Meals.
Sponsored by Fit Meals.
Sponsored by, guys. If you got to go to the event just to say hello to Demetri, he'll be live in the building.
Yeah, we like to support all our local athletes between Daytona Beach, Orlando area.
By the way, how did you come up with that logo? Never asked you that question, but it's so so you have the fork and the spoon. It's almost like you're telling the time, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so how did you come up with that?
No, I've worked on the logo several times before we actually came up with this one. First, it was just some generic website with generic logos, and then kind of put our own twist onto it. I kind of like the swoosh, kind of with the Nike a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your fresh and healthy, and then you got your
Yeah.
sporty little Nike swoosh that goes with it.
And I like the red and green. It just looks healthy, too.
Absolutely.
Genius.
Tomato.
Genius. We should have talked to him. But I know I like our logo. Our logo's cool. Okay. Anyway, so let's get started. I'll start it off.
Okay.
For people
I
that
really like the logo.
yeah, it was your design,
Yeah, I was
wasn't
about to say you designed it, didn't you?
it? Anyway, let's get started. So
All right.
people that don't know what Fit Meals is, let's just explain it. What is Fit Meals?
Fit Meals is a meal prep delivery service. One less thing that anybody has to worry about as far as grocery shopping, cooking, coming up with recipes. What we do is we actually cook fresh and deliver daily to your doorstep, Sunday through Thursday. Whatever we deliver on Sunday is for Monday. What we deliver on Thursday is for Friday. The reason for meal prepping is to be ahead of the schedule for the week. So at the same time, if you have a busy schedule Monday through Friday, whether you get up at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, those meals are ready to go whenever you are. So one less thing that someone that has a busy schedule, has a family, job, school, all of the above, that they have to worry about thinking.
But the bags they come in, by the way, are really nice.
They are brand new. Those Fit Meal bags.
Brian Jesse, Alpha Authentics.
There you
they're
go.
really nice. I was like, just the bag.
No, Demetri just nailed it. Guys, career, 2 kids, beautiful wife, podcast. I'm busy, nonstop on the road. Demetri's got me fit meals, 8 o'clock. They're at my doorstep. I put them in the microwave. Lunch, dinner, lost 8 pounds in a month. I'm fit.
And he also has breakfast meals, right? You had the blueberry waffles. I'm like, ooh.
The bacon. That
Blueberry protein waffles, turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon.
We offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We do meal plans, three meals enough, going as many meals as you want.
I want to speak on the athlete's point of view. So we always talk about LeBron James, Dave. Like, we're obsessed with LeBron. We love
pretty
LeBron.
good. He's pretty good.
And-
I'm a LeBron fan.
Okay, you are.
Absolutely.
So, all right,
There we
thumbs
go.
up, thumbs up. I've been debating with John Rafford, Coach Tremont, all on Facebook about LeBron James. Apparently, everybody wants to hate on him. If you've seen his recent dunk in year 15, it's probably one of his best dunks of all time. And people are like, how is he doing it? And I think a lot of it is about what you eat and what you put in your body. What are you fueled by? And I think what you're doing is a lot of coaches always tell their players, eat healthier, eat better, because you get what you put in.
Sure.
And by joining Fit Meals, you're getting, like you just talked, we talked briefly before the show, you're like, I'm sure you'll see an increase in your energy. And although I've just been on it for a short period of time, I already feel better. I feel like I have more energy. And I think all athletes should really look into that to elevate your game, because I know a lot of people who could probably be better athletes, but they just have poor diets. I don't know why people don't get started earlier.
And you nailed it when you first said it. What you put in is what you get out. So that's why one of the big sayings that we came out with is fueled by Fit Meals. You're going to give yourself quality fuel to maintain and sustain your energy levels throughout the day, whether you're on the field, whether you're on the court, whether you're in the classroom, or whether you're in the office. Most people in the office notice that after lunchtime, 2, 3 o'clock is when they start to drift off, when their workload starts to become a little heavier for them, and it's because of what they ate at lunch. It's sitting in their stomach heavy. Most people don't get to the gym after that because they want to go straight home. At the end of the day, I've had a lot of people, once they start Fit Meals, they tell me, oh, my increase in my energy levels, now I'm getting a chance to go to the gym after work. Now I'm doing this and I'm being more active after work because of what they're putting in their body.
And you also, Dave, you mentioned it too. It's like if you're busy all the time, all you have to do is throw it in for, 45 seconds? That's what I've noticed. It's just perfect no matter what it's been. 45 seconds is just absolutely perfect. Okay. Not too hot, not too cold. It's just absolutely perfect. And it gives you a chance to just not spend too much time cooking, not driving out and buying. I think that's another reason why a lot of people buy fast food. It's just the conveniency of it, not having to cook. It's cheap. So
clean dishes and prepare stuff and cut stuff. Guys, it's done. It's for you in a beautiful tray, cut up, seasoned to perfection. It's ready.
All right. Before we get to the next question,
Okay.
Dave, how do you always end up with the AC control? Because it is hot as can be. Am I the only one that's hot right now?
Oh, I'm hot.
I'm pushing it down.
Like,
It's
I
just
feel
not
like he
working.
said he was in a sauna. I feel like I'm in a sauna right now.
It's 66 degrees. I think somehow, some way, before I got in here, it wasn't working.
I was
I
about
don't
to
know.
say, I don't think it's feeling 66
No,
degrees
bro,
in here
it's
right
feeling
now.
like 86.
I think
I'm
there's
like,
too many hot heads in this room.
while he's speaking, I'm like, is he sweating? Because I know I'm sweating. All right, so Demetri, all right, we got it. We're good.
It's on now.
I hear
Okay,
it blowing.
I feel good. All right, I feel good. I can get to the next question.
I'm in the sweet spot. I'm going to scoot over a little bit.
All right, so Demetri, you talked about what Fit Meals is. How did you get started?
Well, my mom owned a restaurant for 23 years, so pretty much from the day that I was born until the day that we sold the restaurant, I grew up inside of a kitchen. Now, that wasn't my dream. That wasn't my passion. You know, I did what I had to do, leaving school and coming back and helping my mother run that restaurant for the last couple of years. So I have a pretty extensive knowledge of managing a kitchen, cooking and being in that environment. But, I've always had a passion for helping people out. And, this being one of these, this industry has started to explode over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And I saw the opportunity and I said I needed to get involved before it got too big. I feel like it's going to be an industry pretty soon that you won't be able to do what I did in order to get started in this business. I actually started this business. I was sleeping on my friend's couch at the time, had little to no money in my bank account, savings account different, but I launched with very, very minimal expenses, and I've been able to grow to where we're at today.
You just the way you speak, you clearly have a business mind. So how do you just? I find this hard for me. It's like, how do you just get started and like the foundation you've already built for Fit Meals, and now it's expanding tremendously. It's like, that's just incredible to me, because I wouldn't even know where to start if I were to start a brand like that.
Well, I kind of grew up. I grew up on the streets a little bit. I grew up with a single parent mother. I was always taking care of myself. My mother always told me if I wanted something, I had to work for it. So pretty much from middle school on, I never carried books to school. I always had lollipops. I was always, by the 6th grade to 7th grade, I was always trying to figure out how to increase my profit margins, things of that nature. But
Damn.
before I,
I sold gum. That's what I did.
I was the same way. On the Washington D.C. trip in 8th grade, my dad sent me with a bunch of film because he got it for free. He was a photographer, so I sold rolls of film on the bus and bought souvenirs. I came back from D.C. with souvenirs and with more money than I left with.
Dang.
you know, if I needed a book for whatever class, I would just borrow it from the kid that had it before or after me. So again, I always unloaded the whole backpack every day to buy whatever clothes or whatever it is that I wanted to buy or go do whatever I wanted to go do. Prior to starting Fit Meals, you know, I kind of started laying out the groundwork and the foundation. I started talking to the gym owners that I was going to their gym, a lot of the trainers here in town. Now, this also being a small market, Facebook did a really big push for me. Everybody in this area knew that my mom owned a restaurant and that we had some background in it. So honestly, I put up 2 Facebook posts and orders just started to pile up.
Facebook's huge, isn't it?
It is. I do believe that social media has a very, very big impact on business these days. I feel in a small market it's a lot stronger just because everybody in this area knows everybody.
Yeah, everyone's locked in, you know, linked together.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I like how you threw that in there.
Yeah, I'm getting good at that. You got something, Dave?
No.
Oh, I thought you said
listen,
something.
I'm loving the story. I'm
I'm
digging
about
this.
to
This
say,
is the movie, and I think Demetri is going to be played by Brad Pitt.
We're working on it. Working on it.
Oh.
See?
Brad Pitt's gotta hit the gym.
We're talking about like how you got started and everything. So if somebody's listening, like, okay, I'm convinced. I definitely want to do this. How do they get started?
You have 2 ways. You can either go online to myfitmeals.com, or you can always call the 800 at 844-FIT-FOR-YOU. I'm always going to be the one answering the phone, so you're going to contact me directly, and we'll get you set up according to any accommodation that you need met.
And you have multiple plans, right? So you because we were talking about if you're an athlete, this is great for you. And then if you're just like the average Joe, you know, you're just working, you're doing what you have to do, this is good for them as well. So what are the different plans?
Honestly, we have a plan for anybody and everybody. Our basic plans are the Smart Plan and the Alpha Plan. Differences are really the portion sizes. Then we go into different plans as far as men's leans, women's leans, 0 carbs, and we also do customized meal plans. So we have a plan that fits for anybody and everybody out there. If there's a certain goal that you're trying to reach, you're working with the trainer, you're working with the nutritionist, and they give you those specs, you send that over to us, and we're gonna accommodate those needs.
So, say I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm a very picky eater. I'm not a big veggie person. I'll eat a few here and there. What kind of things can you do for something like that? Like I have a rather large appetite.
So again, you know, you let us know whenever you sign up. You let us know if you have any food allergies, if you have any food specifications, you know, things that you don't like to eat. You give us a list of those things. If it's on our menu for that day, we substitute around for something that you do like to eat. So again, if you told us you wanted chicken, rice, and broccoli, that was your favorite vegetable, you know, that's what you're going to get.
My least favorite broccoli.
I figured it would be, but again, you know, so if you lay that out for us, you know, we're gonna work around what you need.
But
Very
just to throw this out there, I've been on the Fit Meals for 2 months. I'm no expert by any means, but just been in it now. There's vegetables that I didn't even know existed. Now I eat on the daily because of Fit Meals. And that's what's so great about it. It's kind of introduces you to new things to eat, new things to try. It's unbelievable, guys.
Yeah, I have been expanding what I eat a lot lately. And I've been trying newer things, and it's interesting to me. My wife and I try to do meal prep at home, but again, it's tough to even meal prep ourselves.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that we'll do is my wife she'll grill up some chicken breasts, she'll make some brown rice, get some carrots, some green peppers, but I eat that same damn meal for 4 effing days.
Right.
And by the time Thursday and Friday hit, I'm like, I just want to go to damn McDonald's and get a fucking quarter pounder with cheese.
Honestly, meal prepping sucks. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time and effort from any given day that you're putting into it to get it done. And like you said, when you do meal prep, you're usually making 2 or 3 meals in bulk for the entire week. And I've done this a lot for myself. So there's the rookie way of doing meal prep, and there's the veteran way of doing meal prep. The rookie way is you're going to cook the food all in one day and you have it sitting in your fridge for 4 or 5 days at a time. The veteran way is usually seasoning those things and cooking them daily. But no matter what, you're still taking all that time to execute all those things to make that food. So with Fit Meals, you know, there's only so many different ingredients that you can use, products that you can use. So we basically like to change up the different seasonings and flavors with your combination of vegetables and carbs. That way we can give you some variety in your life. As far as meal prepping goes, that's about as good as it gets.
What kind of variety in protein do you have? Is it just chicken? Do you do like beef or turkey? Like I heard turkey bacon. I heard some of those turkey things.
Delicious.
Yeah, for your proteins, I mean, again, it's going to be pretty basic. You're going to have your lean chicken breast, your ground turkey, shrimp, fish, steak. Every once in a while we do pork. And again, with the red meat, it's the same thing. We try to do that maybe once a week, once every other week. But again, it's to give you that variety in your life so you have it on your palate.
Very cool.
Bro, so you were talking about just like the business aspects of it. So you obviously learned cooking from your mom because you're talking about all these meals. That's just, you're acting like it's nothing. I don't know how to, I know how to boil and like, I don't even know what to say. I know how to make some pasta and you know what I mean? So like to learn this variety of meals, I just find interesting. That's incredible.
It's the perfect combination. I think Demetri's got the cooking side, then also that business side, and then Fit Meals was born. It's perfect.
Max makes that top ramen. He can make
Honestly,
Chef
Olivia-
Boyardee.
Olivia makes 80% of the food. I could bake cookies.
Honestly, I've
My wife
met
makes mine
people that can mess up a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I mean, you have to proportion
Dude,
these things correctly.
I don't
mean,
even put jelly on my sandwich.
see?
I just do straight peanut butter.
Grape or strawberry?
Strawberry.
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 Yeah, so you learned all of this from your mom?
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's incredible. My mom never taught me how to cook. Never taught me how to cook.
I'm a mama's boy.
This is live.
I grew
I'm
up
sorry,
with
Mom.
I grew up with
Sorry.
Sorry, Mom.
You make great meals. I just never wanted to know how you made it.
And again, it was one of those things where, I grew up with a single parent mother. She did what she had to do in order to pay the bills, keep a roof over our head, and the food on the table. So, I had to learn at a young age how to take care of myself. So all those things, how to cook and make sure that I was able to feed myself, take care of everything that a man would have to do on his own, that you would have to take care of your family. I learned at a very young age.
I'm still in the process. But we've kind of already hit on it as far as the vegetables. I'm eating things like Dave, you said, that I never thought I would eat. Like as far as vegetables. And the ones I do recognize, like, oh, I see it in the mix. I just trust you enough to eat it. So now I eat it, and it's just straight delicious.
Yep.
We always mention Pete White Boxing MMA, that gym, and just we're going to combat night. We work with Undisputed. What got you in the MMA and boxing game and working with all these athletes?
Actually, I boxed for about 10 years growing up as a kid. My mom used to send me out to New York every summer during the busy times of the year. Anytime that there was a long break from school, whether it was a long weekend, Thanksgiving, spring break, I was shipped off somewhere else, whether it had been New York, Greece, to stay with family while she was taking care of business. So when I used to go up to New York in the summertime, I used to participate in a boxing league up in the summers over there. And then when I graduated high school, I actually boxed with Bobby Dixon out in Orlando for about 4 or 5 years.
So you just were involved with the boxing game. That's how you met Pete, kind of thing.
Yeah, I've always had a strong interest in boxing and MMA fighting. So, once I came back down in this area, when I started Fit Meals, Taylor was the first one to reach out to me.
Really?
Yeah, she reached out to me, and automatically I said yes because I loved what she was doing. And I already had heard from numerous people in the community how great of an individual Mr. Pete White is and how good and talented of a coach he is. So as soon as I got the opportunity to work with them, I jumped all over it.
Yeah, they are the absolute dream team. We talk about them all the time. Demetri said Taylor. That's Taylor White, the next big thing. You can follow her on
That's an
Facebook.
understatement.
Yep, that is an understatement.
Yeah.
She is the big thing.
She's
the next
coming.
is like over. She's amazing, guys.
Ladies, watch out.
Follow her on Facebook. Follow her on Twitter and Instagram. Also, April 7th, Combat Night. Buy your tickets. Taylor White will be fighting on this card. All right, so get your tickets.
Although I'm very proud of what you're doing and I'm really impressed, I'm a tad angry. I'm going to explain why I'm angry.
Here we go.
Okay, have you always had this?
It never fails.
Have you always had? Have you always had this build, like just on the real?
Honestly, I'm a lean, skinny kid. I've always have been, but I've always been very active. The hardest thing for me to do is to put on the size. So, I mean, the build, yes. The size, not so much. The size was, when I actually started taking life and a lot of these things a lot more seriously.
Sure.
I was a kid. I still consider myself a big kid. But, I was having fun at a certain point in life and going to school and everything else. So once I moved back to Daytona Beach and I helped my mom get through the last couple of years of the restaurant, her health wasn't so great, was when I actually started focusing on myself and taking care of my body and everything else.
Well, Demetri, by the way, Demetri from Fit Meals joining us right now. The reason why I asked this is because you said you were into boxing and MMA, and I'm thinking if you had this build, and then you're like, oh yeah, I boxed for 10 years. Why are you not the UFC champion right now on TV?
Honestly, the UFC wasn't big when I was growing up as a kid. Boxing was the biggest thing, but. Bobby Dixon, he'll tell you, man, they used to beg me to try to do some semi-pro amateur fights to get into that aspect of it.
Why not?
I was just having too much fun. I was going to a community college out in Orlando. I worked at the nightclub doing VIP security. I was, I had the best of both worlds.
Club tier.
Well, it was Roxy nightclub before Gilt. That's Gilt now.
Yeah.
And I worked there. Yeah, so we used to do Monday night fight night all the time. I remember. I wasn't even old enough to get in the ring. You're supposed to be 21, and I was 18.
There's a lot of fighters that work.
Oh, absolutely. And so because they knew that I worked there and I trained with Bobby, they would always get me to go in the ring with these big meatheads. I mean, nobody was ever my size. And the thing is, it's chess, it's not checkers. So these guys come in, they start throwing haymakers, and I move around a little bit. As soon as they start gasping for air, there's one to the body, and it's game over.
So that's what I'm saying. So do you ever feel tempted to you know what? Okay, look, I could still provide meals, but I could also provide some punches. Do you ever just let me just go in there one time and just see what I could do?
Nah, I mean, I always mess with Mike Davis a little bit, Mike Perry a little bit.
Yeah, I see that, by the way. That's two tough people to mess with.
Yeah.
Mike Perry's tough. Mike Davis is kind of tough.
Yeah, kind of tough. You heard him.
Whoa, you heard it here. Dave,
man.
Mike Davis.
But, man, at this point, I'm too old. I can't afford to be having any injuries like that. I have a family that relies on me. I have employees that rely on me, so I don't have time for downtime to be, worrying about injuries. I mean, I used to actually had a motorcycle for a little bit, and I barely used to ride that. But even then, when I had the business, I told myself I can't afford a little bit of road rash, let alone if something bad actually happened. So, my responsibilities and my obligations are to the business and everything else at this point.
That's awesome. You got a question?
Oh, we just had a couple comments.
Okay.
Pete said he loves my boys love y'all.
Love you too, Coach.
And then Patrick, he said Demetri does a great job. We love fit meals. They even do, I'm going to say this wrong, probably plateau meals?
Paleo
Paleo meals.
Nice try.
I'm terrible.
I probably would have said the same thing if I saw it, so don't feel bad.
Awesome. Yeah, keep on bringing in the questions, guys. Question I love hearing it and then kind of grabbing stuff. You said employees. How many employees do you have estimated around?
Right now, about 10.
Okay.
And by the way, that employee, like I said, tell him Max said he's a very nice guy.
I'll let Barry know.
That made my day. He's like, he even called me up. I'm like, who's calling? And usually I don't answer numbers that I don't know. And immediately he's like, here, no, I'm like, do you want me to go out and show you where it is? He's like, no, I'll come to you. I'm like, all right, bro. So then he came to me. I'm like, what a great impression.
Yeah, I mean, we typically like to, make contact with our clients, with our customers. I like to consider everybody family. That's why I came up with the saying, the Fit Meals family. Join the Fit Meals family today. So, if we have any issues with anything, whether it be a delivery, something's running late, again, we're on the road, however many hours a day, however many hours a week, things are going to happen. So we'd like to have a one-on-one relationship with you guys, and that way we can contact you and let you know and keep you updated on where everything is with your delivery status.
You talk about family. Do you have family plan type things? Because between my wife, I have me and my wife, and we've got 2 little kids, and that's the hardest thing is what are we doing for dinner? It took us 30 minutes to get this dinner that I got tonight just to figure out what we got.
And I won't let them know what that dinner is right now.
No, it's not as bad as what you're thinking.
Honestly, the plans.
Great question for kids. Yeah.
The plans are geared for individuals, but I have all kinds of different scenarios. So, I mean, I have a lot of married couples that call and order the plan, and so whether they get 2 meals a day, whether they take they'll take those meals to lunch with them to work, and then they'll come home and they'll have dinner together. So that way they have their lunch, planned out, mapped out for them, and they'll come home and cook dinner. I have I have some wives that'll call me and say, I'm cooking for my husband. I'm cooking the fun stuff for the kids. I'm trying to lose weight. So they'll have me prepare the meals for them so that they don't have to cook 3 times. I have moms calling me that their kids are in school, that, they're studying so many hours a day that they don't have time, or they're just eating junk food, fast food. So, everybody has to eat. There's a different scenario for everybody. Typically why the plans are geared for individuals. But, between 3 meals a day, however the case might be, if you want to order 1 plan or 2 plans, you guys can split that up and kind of do that on your own.
And then we talk about reheating in the oven or microwave or whatever. Is that typically how it is? Because for me, I'm an on the road guy, so I'm eating out of a lunchbox in my van parked down the road.
Yeah, typically the meals they come in microwavable safe containers. There's a lot of meals that between salads and wraps and stuff that you can eat cold.
Yeah,
If someone tells me that they're on the road and they want specifically cold meals, that's not a problem. We can do that as well. Like I said, we can do custom meal plans all the time. Fortunately, in today's day and age, you can pretty much pull over to any gas station, 7-Eleven, pop it in the microwave. I've done it, God knows how many times. Some clerk in the store is looking at me all weird because I brought in my own food. I popped it in their microwave real quick and walked out. I mean, sorry, but not sorry.
Waiting for Jim Bob to get his 10-pound burrito that's out of there.
The big gulps.
Yeah, right. Or the big bite, the quarter-pound hot dogs.
I do want to touch on Pete White's gym just for one more second.
Yeah, sure. We can talk about them all night long.
Yeah, so you obviously go to a lot of local MMA events in Orlando. What do you, and obviously I'm not trying to just single out individuals from the gym because I think a lot of them, like we said, this gym has so much potential, whether it's Anderson, Hutchinson, Mike Davis, Taylor, Chris, you can just go on.
Yeah.
But what makes Taylor and Mike so special? Like, just going to all these events, do you just see that it factor with those two and be like, wow?
A lot of the guys that I work with have that factor. Whether because obviously Pete that's Taylor's dad, so they kind of have that dad figure there. He's on top of them 24/7. He doesn't let them get away with anything. He makes sure that they're training. He makes sure that they're at where they need to be at all times, which a lot of the other guys from the other gyms don't have that.
Sure.
They go to a gym, they have their coaching staff, and that's who they train with and they fight with, and then they go home and they do what they do on their own. Like I said, Pete, it's kind of like when I say the Fit Meals family. That it's family over there, and he supervises and he's on top of everybody.
We went to an event and it's like obviously undisputed Clash of the Titans.
Yep.
And we saw Chris fight, and it's just like, holy
Chris Mixon.
crap! It's like Chris had the performance of the night. And then you see all their videos, and you stop by. They're always grinding, always training. But Dave and I we talked about this. A lot of people are practice players, and then a lot of people maybe not perform game day. But these guys perform game day and they grind. So it's like that's the recipe for success.
It's kind of hard to say practice players because when it comes to fighting, it's a whole different
That's
type
true.
of sport.
Yeah, that is true.
It's not just physical; it's mental, and it's hard to be mentally prepared for certain things in life, especially when it comes to fighting one-on-one combat and man-to-man combat. So it's just one of those things. Either you have it or you don't. It's kind of hard to really train for that. But yeah, obviously you can with the more experience that you gain. But man, some people just have that inner savage in them, and they're ready to go at all times.
Yeah,
That
and if
dog.
you don't have it, you get exposed really quick, and you're out of there
People
in
know.
2-3 fights.
Honestly, you probably know when you're just staring down. Like one's looking at you dead in your soul, and the other one's kind of looking away at the lights.
He's ready to eat your soul like that.
So what's going on with you now? As far as any big events coming up, any plans that you want to talk about necessarily?
Well, the events that are coming up, I'm looking forward to Combat Fight Night, April 7th. We're going to have a booth set up over there. We're also looking to participate with Thunder MMA that's doing their grand opening of their gym out in Altamont Springs.
April 14th.
Correct. And the biggest set of news that we have right now, which I haven't even put on Facebook yet, so you guys are going to be the first ones to get this.
Wait. Is this breaking news?
This is breaking news.
On the Locked In Studio?
That's it.
Okay.
You guys
Demetri,
are locked in.
breaking news, Locked In Studio. Let's go.
We just closed the deal. We will be launching a kitchen in Tampa next month, mid-April, May 1st, the first week of May at the latest.
Look at that. Let's get it.
Wow. I feel honored. Fit Meals broken news right here in the Locked In Studio.
In Tampa, guys, that's a whole nother ballpark.
Yeah, it's something that I've been trying to focus on for a while. Unfortunately, life happens, and life happens fast, so some things got put on the back burner. But things have been calming down a little bit, getting to a normal schedule, and we've closed that deal. We finalized that
That's
deal,
awesome.
and we're looking to move forward. This by the mid-year, we'll be servicing coast to coast, East Coast to West Coast. Hopefully, by the end of the year, we'll be looking at a few all the locations in the state of Florida and around the country.
Congratulations. That's terrific. It's a process. It really is. How you just mentioned, it's a process. And like Joel Embiid says, who's the best big man in the NBA, trust the process.
Absolutely. There's been plenty of times since I started Fit Meals, like I was telling you earlier, where the orders have come in and the business is there and just have to take a step back and actually figure out the details, the logistics and the demographics with everything. It's not all about money. It's not all about right now. Everyone likes instant gratification.
Sure.
You have to think of the longevity of things. So I've taken my time with trying to grow so that I don't implode, and that I keep my current customer base happy with the quality of the product that we offer and the service that we offer.
I feel smarter when I talk to you. Like, I'm gonna have to call you up and I'm like, Demetri, I know you're busy, but let's just talk some business. I don't know what it's about, but just talk business so I can learn some vocab and talk about business.
Profit margins, Max.
I know
Profit
he's
margins.
Demographics. I'm like, that's a good word. Let me use that next sentence. But no, okay. By the way, locked in at the end of the show. Just want to give you a heads up. Usually, I blindside the guests when I say
I got
locked in. Like, okay, okay. Is there anyone you want to shout out in particular? Anything? So anyone listening, sponsors, that kind of realm?
Shout out to everybody. I mean, I could do this all night long, but yeah, absolutely.
I know it's the best.
Pete White MMA, Pete White Boxing and MMA, UFC Gym Winter Springs, Pete Zachary, Fusion XL Gym, Richie Veet over at Pet Boys. I mean, all these guys have played. Absolutely.
Oh, I know Richie.
Oh, Richie's a good friend. Absolutely.
JT, you know everybody.
No,
How do you know all these people? You know my friends, my
Richie
coaches.
actually just brokered a deal for us at Highmark Racing to get Toyo Tires to sponsor our car.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I like putting people together. So, you know, now Richie's working with Pete as well, Taylor and Mike Davis. You know, and if it wasn't for all of these people that I just mentioned, you know, they've all helped me grow significantly in the markets that I'm in. So Mike Perry, Alex Nicholson, I mean, those guys have done tremendous exposure for me as far as through their social media and putting me out there in the Orlando market. You know, I've grown so much in the Orlando market over the last 6 or 7 months, and I'm honestly never there during normal business hours. I'm usually there graveyard shift, so I'm out there when people are sleeping, delivering meals, and these guys are able to put me on the map and allow my business to grow and become successful out there. So I couldn't have done it without any of those guys. I appreciate everything you guys have done. Much love to everybody out there.
I was just gonna say. So you talk about you're opening up a kitchen, all this. So how does the process work? Do you have like a team where you're preparing all these meals and going out with your employees, or is it like you know, at like a restaurant type feel? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how this is, you know.
I have a good friend of mine out there that has a few businesses. One of the businesses has a commercial kitchen. So we have negotiated a deal. So he's going to oversee the operation over there. He's got the staff. Staff was looking for some more hours, so it's a win-win situation for everybody. I'm going to come out there. We're going to show them, give them the step-by-step booklet. I'm going to oversee the ordering and everything else. And you know, we're just going to take off in the Tampa Bay area. Get ready.
Cool. So you have a professional team that makes the meals. It's not Demetri in the kitchen all night long making everybody's meals. It's a team of people that are doing it in a professional kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I first started the business, I did every part of it. You know, we did the shopping, the cooking, the delivering. You know,
That must be tiring.
It is. I mean, no matter what, it's always a grind, and it's always 24/7 for any entrepreneur out there, any successful one at least. And they know it. But you know, you have to learn how to delegate. So we're going to, you know, we have experienced chefs, guys that are good at what they do at, and we're just going to lay out, like I said, the recipes, the play-by-play booklet. We're going to oversee it, make sure they're executing those plays, and we're going to take off.
Yeah, that's important information to know that you are having experts that are doing this. It's not just, you know, like I said, doing it the professional way or doing it the amateur way. Like my wife and I meal prep the amateur way, you know, and I've got cold, you know, stale rice by the end of the week.
Right.
You know?
And there's companies out there that'll come and drop off your food to you for the entire week. I mean, honestly, nobody likes chicken, rice, and broccoli on day 4, day 5.
Yeah.
You know, so then that's why I say the veteran way of meal prepping, you know, you kind of season, marinate everything. It's sitting in your fridge, and when that time of meal comes, when the time for you to eat that meal for the day, you cook it fresh right in front of you. But again, you're still eating the same meal 5 times a day, 5 times a week. You know, the same meal every day.
Yeah, I like the variety. I was actually looking through the Smart Plan, and it looks delicious. Like I want that shrimp Cobb salad, and it looks really good. The steak fajita bowl, the mahi mahi, all
that
it
chicken
looks,
the other day. Oh Lord,
it looks really good. This pork tenderloin right here
I
is.
think I had that too.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I don't think this week.
That's
No.
not what I ate.
No, not this week.
Yeah, this is pork
You
tenderloin,
know, I don't
tomato
even know what I
sauce.
eat is good.
Yeah.
So
That's the other
I'll
part
stick to
people.
just eating.
That's the other part. People, they're like, how do you cook your chicken like that? My chicken doesn't taste like that. I don't know what to tell you. I've been doing this for so long.
You can't give away your famous
It's
recipe.
just natural at this point. I mean, whether you're boiling it or cooking it too much and drying it. Now, the one thing I'm going to say real quick for everybody out there, if they contact me and they're telling me that the chicken's dry, it's because you're cooking it in the microwave, not heating it up. So don't cook it for 2 minutes. 45 seconds, 60 seconds is probably where you want to be
I
at.
may not know how to cook, but I know how to microwave. 45 seconds. Perfect. Every time.
Anybody want that as a ringtone? I can cut that out.
SpaghettiOs, 135. Chicken nuggets, around a minute 10. Fit meals, 45. I got it down.
I do my Chef Boyardee at 3.5 minutes. I burn that mother.
Now, you're talking about prepping and cooking. It's like, it's just exhausting going to Publix or Walmart shopping. Doing that whole process, and now you have a real supportive team. That's awesome.
It's one of those things. I tell people, what's your time worth to you? Are you going to spend a little bit more money for the service than what you would go to the grocery store? Absolutely. Who doesn't pay more for a service when they go to any business or establishment? But like I said, what is your time worth to you? Would you rather spend hours grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning dishes? And not only that, but we're also creatures of habit. So we're pretty much going to cook what we know how to cook. Very often, very rare are we going to go out and find new recipes and try to play with those recipes because we don't even know if we're going to make it right the way that it's going to taste good. So, sure. I mean, I'm actually a victim of that myself. When I cook for myself, it's pretty basic. I like ground turkey,
That's
tacos.
what I was going to ask you. Do you just be like, you know what? I have the exclusive. You guys get these meals. I have my Demetri plan. Like, you have your own plan.
I'm on the mama's plan. I'm a mama's boy. She does my meal prepping for me. So,
wow.
Yeah, because you talk about what's in it for you. You got to do that. Like I've got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. Going grocery shopping with the two of them is an absolute nightmare.
That's hell on earth.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, it's tacos, shepherd's pie, hamburger helper. It's the same garbage, and we're trying to think of, are we going to do tacos again? Are we going to do burgers? Are we going to do Italian sausage? Like trying to figure this out, and it's always the same 6 or 7 things that we make our way.
Exactly.
And it's or going out to eat. You're going out to eat. You're going to spend. I spent on my meal that we're not going to discuss where I got it from. For the 4 of us, I spent $30.
Sure.
It was 28 something. And it's garbage, I mean, it tastes good, but it's garbage.
No, that's right. I think the key for me with Fit Meals so far is eating healthy, but it tastes good. And that's what I just absolutely love about it. Because I've tried eating healthy before, believe it or not. Didn't go well. And then eating Fit Meals, it's healthy, and I feel good because it's healthy, but yet I feel good because it tastes good, so it's a win-win.
You're still young, though. You still got that good metabolism. My
That
metabolism
is true.
is slowing
I'm trying
down.
to gain muscle weight. I'm like, he said, what would you like? I'm just like, protein. Yeah. So whatever way you want to throw it at me, protein.
That's the best thing with Fit Meals. We do all the thinking for you. So that way, you let us know what you do or don't like, and we make sure that you're not getting those things, and we take care of the rest.
Because it's a good thing you're pretty.
Good thing I'm pretty. But, okay, before we get locked in, I do have to, this is my last question for you is, what is your long-term goal for Fit Meals? You've already accomplished, I see that you have benchmarks that you wanted to hit, and you just keep checking them off. What is your long-term goal that you dream of?
Honestly, I feel if I can help families all across the country or people all across the country, that's a long-term goal. But it's not about just helping families out there. It's also about creating jobs. If you create jobs and can employ people that have families that rely on them as well. So the long-term goal is just to continue to grow and continue to be able to help people regardless if it's on the client end or the employee end. The more jobs I can create, the more families I can help and make sure that they have someone, they have a roof over their head, they have a job and a place to go work at, and hopefully it's a fun environment.
Demetri for president. I'm sorry. I had to interrupt that one. I'm talking about meals, and you're just trying to make the world a better place. So it's like, you got my vote.
Again, any business, Walmart, this, that, and the other, how many employees do they have? How many families rely on that job every day? That's just what you have to look at in the big picture at the end of the day, the scheme of things.
Okay. Got something?
Pete White said Fit Meals is life.
Smart man. Guys, 844-FIT-FOR-YOU. 844-FIT-FOR-YOU.
myfitmeals.com. There you go. So that's the website, how you start your plan. That's the number. Get the fresh. Oh, by the way, I don't know if that is for the public yet, or is that just exclusive Tank?
Honestly, a lot of people ask me for it, so if they ask me for it, I'll go out and get it. I'm not in the apparel business. I'm in the food business.
Yeah, I know you're wearing it. People are going to be like, damn,
I'm eyeing that
nice.
hat. I'm a hat.
That's what I'm saying.
I
You
like
walked
that
in, I'm
hat.
like, that looks nice.
It's one of those things. I mean, the sweater hoodies, the sleeveless hoodies, I mean, everybody comes after me all the time, and yeah, for my clients and my customers and my friends and stuff, yeah, I'm going to go out of my way and get it for you guys. Like I said, maybe down the road we'll start working on an apparel line.
Okay.
I know that the next thing that we're going to start doing with Fit Meals, once we launch in Tampa and we start going on a full scale in these bigger markets, these large markets, is we are going to start doing extreme workout videos, a nutritional blog. We're going to start educating the consumer and the client on these things, helping them become an expert on these subjects as well.
I can help you out with some of the stuff because where we do our shirts and stuff, and maybe we can do a little shirt for shirt type of deal.
Cross promotion, I'm all about it. Absolutely.
Damn. Fit Meals is locked in.
I like it. All right, is it time to get locked in, or you guys got something else?
I'm good.
All right, does somebody want Dave, you want to go first? The honor's yours.
Sure, I'll go first.
I have a feeling before you say it, our locked-ins are the same. Because usually we talk about what our locked-ins are.
Yeah, we haven't yet.
I just
Okay.
feel like it's the same, so.
We're brilliant and good looking, so we're usually on the same page.
All right, let's go.
All right.
I got two just in case.
My locked in is that, guys, Fit Meals is definitely helping out. They're sponsoring a little bit of the Locked In Sports and podcast. So I'm going all in. I've been calling people. I've been emailing people already, Facebook and messaging people. Within 2 weeks, I want 10 Locked In community members to be on the Fit Meals plan. We want 10 new people. Call Demetri, 844-FIT4U. Go on email, Facebook. We want 10 new people ASAP on Fit Meals. That's my locked in.
It's better
like
than mine.
that. I like
it's,
that
It's
locked
better
in.
than mine.
I like that
It
one.
wasn't the same one. But my friends already, when I put it on Instagram, they're just like, damn, that looks good.
Yep.
I'm trying not to curse as much. That looks good as crap.
We're getting
so
it.
I'm like,
Locked
dude,
in's
get
coming.
it. Fit Meals, myfitmeals.com.
When they do email him, make sure they said locked in sent me. So that way he knows.
Yes.
Okay.
Good one. By the way, my mic sounds a little low. I'm really hoping it wasn't like that the whole episode. Okay, cool.
I turned it down because of some laughter.
By the way, before we continue with the other locked-ins, 104.7, make sure you tune in every morning around 8:35 a.m. on weekdays. It's promoted by Fit Meals, brought to you by Fit Meals. It's the Locked-In Minute. You can hear your sports news if you didn't have time to stay up late that next night, the big sports headliners with Dave and I. And then also like the Facebook page and join the group. I haven't said it enough, so I'm making sure you like it. We're going to put on some more debates, right?
Yeah, we
some
gotta
more interactions.
get some more content, get some more things going on there.
And then, of course, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff. Wherever we're at.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Every podcast app there is, we're on it.
And buy a shirt. They have two nice shirts they're representing. I'm unfortunately not representing, but try to get like them.
Don't
All
forget, you can also call us or text us, Max, at
See, I knew I was forgetting something.
516-0495.
Say that one more time. I think Max was talking.
My bad.
386-516-0495.
Yeah, text or call or send pics. James likes those pics.
All right,
access
let's
to that?
continue.
You got your locked in, Shawnee?
Yeah.
All right.
Mine's going to be kind of similar to that. I'm actually really excited about this because my locked in basically is by the end of the year, my wife and I will be on that and be actually better because
There we go.
we both have been trying and we've been struggling. I'm not doing horrible, but I want to get better. I'm getting in my mid-30s. I'm trying to it's catching up easier.
This man.
And so my wife's been trying to do that too. So it's hard for us to do that, and I think having somebody like you or someone like this can actually, like you said, do the thinking for you. And I think I can't speak for my wife, but we'll be hopefully once I talk to her, we might figure some things out by the end of the year.
So I said 10, guys. That's 2 in 10 seconds. I'm getting.
And we'd love to have you part of the Fit Meals family. Honestly, the biggest step is making the commitment. After that, then it's all easy from there.
Cool.
All right.
JT Money?
I agree. I'm going to try and get on that, too, because I went on a run there.
Damn, Dave's locked is going to be fulfilled by the end of tonight.
I lost
3
40
out of
pounds
10.
before our last year cruise that we went on, and I've gained it all back.
I just got off the cruise, and they're feeding you like
That's terrible.
Locked in, we're coming.
My locked
Fit
in.
Meals
Are you
on
ready for this?
cruises.
Oh,
go.
I'm going to say that Fit Meals in Tampa is going to blow up as the new huge market.
that's beautiful. That's a great locked in, JT.
Honestly,
I know there's a lot of friends over there that are looking for something.
Yeah, I've got some friends in Lakeland, Brandon area. We can definitely shout you out to those guys.
awesome. That's 3 great locked-ins. I honestly feel a lot of pressure to follow up on that. Do you want to go before me?
I have a couple locked-ins. This one's actually really tough.
Okay, then let me go before you because I don't have a couple. So, all right, let me. I'll go with my locked-ins is, of course, I agree with you guys. I've said it since the very beginning with our live event. I think, Demetri, your Fit Meals is going to take over. Like you said, I think you entered it just in the perfect time. And before you know it, the market's all going to be about what you're doing, and Fit Meals will be taking over. But I also have another locked in, and that is Taylor, the next big thing. She wins round 1 KO. Damn, I stole you locked in?
April 7th.
Spoiler alert.
Good
My
thing
bad.
you went first.
Yeah.
April 7th?
April 7th, combat night. Watch Taylor. And Chris Mixon's also fighting. I could easily say, I'm not trying to steal any more locked-ins just in case. But Taylor, round 1, knockout.
Yeah, that was going to be my main locked in. She's going 2-0. I feel bad for the girl that she's going to be fighting against. She's dialed in, ready to rock and roll. First round knockout is where it's going to be at. And then Mike Davis too. He's going to have his call into the UFC this year. So that's my other locked in for right now.
Nice.
There it is.
What a
Mike
great show.
Davis, Beast Boy.
Chris is winning by knockout also.
Chris Mixon.
I guarantee
Pete
it.
White's gym, guys. Check him out. Port Orange, Florida.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Check
But,
them out. They got kids classes, adults classes, old, young, prime. Anyone can go
when
to
are
Pete
you
White's
hitting the
gym.
mitts, Dave? Colin's hitting the mitts. When are you hitting the mitts?
Hey,
Ooh.
they don't want these guns.
All right,
You
it's
realize you're
illegal.
sitting next to Demetri, and that doesn't really
That's why I'm a
bode
little
too well for you
further
there, buddy.
away. I might get closer to Dave. But all right, one last time, myfitmeals.com. Start your plan today. Contact us. Contact Demetri at Fitmeals on Instagram and Facebook, right?
Yeah, and also you can call them, guys. 844-FIT4U.
All right. Anything else? I think we
got
covered it. All
Hey
right.
guys, thank you for having me on the
Thank
show.
you, sir, for
Thank
coming
you, man.
on.
We appreciate you.
Digging the watch, by the way. And like always, stay
Locked in.
Yeah, you now locked in with the best. We ain't rocking with the rest. And when it's game time, we gon' put you to the test. Come to ball, we hitting it, kicking it, or we dribbling, passing it, or we running, or it's the ring that we flip you in. So what's the news? You want the scoop? You gotta keep it locked to David Max podcast through your speaker box. What's poppin', my friend? You know the drop in. And the only thing left to do is keep it locked in.